Welcome students to our English class. Today we are going to understand the part 2 of the lesson, the worth of a fabric. In the previous part, we have seen that a saint named Thiruvalluvar, who lived 2000 years ago, was a very wise and kind saint. He and his wife were textile weavers. They used to weave beautiful fabrics and saris and used to sell them in the market. Thiruvalluvar was very well known and was respected by everyone because of his kindness and loving nature. In the same town where Thiruvalluvar lived, there was a rich young man who was very arrogant and used to make fun of other people. One day, he approached Thiruvalluvar in the market to make him angry. He picked up a piece of fabric and asked the price of the fabric to Thiruvalluvar. Thiruvalluvar said the price. To make the saint angry, the young man tore the cloth into two. But instead of getting angry, Thiruvalluvar reduced the cloth's price to half. Looking at Thiruvalluvar's calm nature, the rich young man went on tearing the cloth, and the saint went on reducing the price into half. At last, the cloth was reduced to rags. So now we will continue with the story. What happened next? So after the fabric was reduced to rags, so Thiruvalluvar said in a quiet tone, "Now this fabric has become worthless. I will not name any price for these rags." The young man did not know what to say, but he was proud of his riches. So he offered to pay 8 coins to the saint. For the first time, Thiruvalluvar smiled, but he refused to take the money. The young man said, "Young man, now this fabric is of no use. It has become worthless. Why? Because no one will be able to wear it now." Here, the word worthless means having no value or use. Riches means money or wealth. Refused means decline, saying no to something. So when the fabric was reduced to rags, Thiruvalluvar said to the person that now we can't name any price for this rag. It has become worthless. That means it is of no use for anyone. So now the young man was speechless. He did not know what to say. He was proud of his riches. He was proud of his wealth. So he offered 8 coins to Thiruvalluvar, the whole price of the cloth, which Thiruvalluvar said in the beginning, the 8 coins. So he offered 8 coins to Thiruvalluvar. And for the first time, from when Thiruvalluvar was in conversation with this man, he smiled for the first time and refused to take the money. He said no for that money. So the young man, the rich young man, said to Thiruvalluvar that this fabric is of no use. It is worthless and no one will be able to wear it now. So why aren't you taking 8 coins? I have torn it, I will only pay the coins. But Thiruvalluvar refused to take the money. Thiruvalluvar says to the rich young man, "Do you know, the fabric was not made in a day. Many people have toiled to make it. The farmer who grew cotton in his field worked hard for months through sun and rain. Toiled means worked extremely hard. So the farmers work extremely hard. They toil themselves in the farm for growing cotton. Here you can see in this picture how the cotton has been grown by the farmer. And this person, the farmer, works through sun and rain. Thiruvalluvar continued saying to the rich young man that he picked cotton, the farmer picked cotton from each bowl and give it for spinning. Then someone else carded the cotton and spun it into long, uniform threads. The threads were dyed carefully so that they took on these lovely colors. The word bowl means pod of the cotton plant. Here in the first picture, you can see the brown part. This is the pod of the cotton plant. It is called as bowl. The word spinning means process of making yarn or thread out of cotton wool. In the second picture, you can see this woman. She is spinning the thread. Carded. Carded means cleaned and combed cotton to remove seeds. After bringing the cotton from the farm, there are seeds in the cotton. So it undergoes through carding process to get it cleaned and combed so that it goes for spinning. And you can see the third picture, this is a thread which we get after carding and spinning. Then the threads are dyed. Dyed means they give color to the threads to look lovely. Thiruvalluvar continued saying that my wife and I wove the threads together, putting in beautiful designs. We thought someday someone will like this fabric, will be happy to wear it. Then all our work would have been rewarded. When you destroyed the fabric, you destroyed all the love and labor that went into its making. Money cannot bring it back. Rewarded means when one is rewarded, one gets what he has worked for, or we can say it as a prize. Destroyed means end the existence of something by damaging it or attacking it. So Thiruvalluvar is saying to the man that he and his wife wove the threads together. You can see in this picture how the man is weaving the threads. So Thiruvalluvar said to that person that he and his wife wove the threads together and put the threads into beautiful designs. And they thought that one day someone will wear the fabric which has been wove by Thiruvalluvar and his wife and will be happy to wear it. And they thought that the work that they have done for this fabric will be rewarded by the happiness of that person. He continues telling that person that when you destroyed the fabric, when the young man destroyed the fabric, the young man destroyed all the love and labor that went into its making. Whenever we do any work from our heart, we love doing that work, and when we get something for it, we feel blessed for it. So, the things which we do with love If it gets destroyed, it hurts. So similarly, even Thiruvalluvar was destroyed from inside for what the young man has done to the cloth. But he didn't show. He was not angry, but he was destroyed. And he told to that person that money cannot bring it back. The amount, 8 coins, which the young man was giving to Thiruvalluvar, which Thiruvalluvar refused for, he is telling that that money cannot bring that love and happiness again. The softly spoken words touched the young man's heart. Now he was really ashamed of himself. And do you know, Thiruvalluvar went on to say, I can weave another fabric like this, but our life is also like this fabric. If you tear it apart with hasty, thoughtless actions, it will be destroyed, and you will not get it back again. Thiruvalluvar's words opened the young man's eyes. There and then, he decided to give up his idleness and bad habits. Ashamed means embarrassed or guilty because of one's bad behavior. Hasty means fast, quickly. Idleness. Idleness means laziness. So when Thiruvalluvar said the person about the fabric, how it was made, the softly spoken words of Thiruvalluvar touched the young man's heart. He was ashamed of himself, he was embarrassed, he was guilty for what he has done. He felt that something wrong he has done to a person. And Thiruvalluvar continues saying to that person that Thiruvalluvar can weave one more fabric, same, but the life of people is also same like the fabric. If you tear it apart, if the cloth is tear it apart with hasty and thoughtless actions, hasty means fast. So without thinking anything, the person tore the cloth and the cloth was destroyed. Similarly, the heart of Thiruvalluvar was destroyed when the cloth was destroyed. So now he don't want to make it again because the love that he has shown for the cloth was gone and it will never come back again. So Thiruvalluvar's words opened the young man's eyes. There and then he decided to give his idleness and bad habits. So after listening to Thiruvalluvar, the young man decided that now he will not do such things in his life again. He will not make fun of other people. The moral of the story is that think before you act. The rich young man, whatever he has done to Thiruvalluvar, was very wrong, and Thiruvalluvar was upset because of it. He felt destroyed from inside for the cloth which was destroyed by the person. And after the explanation of Thiruvalluvar, the person understood that he has done something wrong. He hasn't thought before doing it. And after doing it, he realized that he has done something wrong. Therefore, whenever we do anything, we have to think before you do that thing, you, that action. So now we will begin with the question and answers of this lesson. So the first question is, classify the words in positive and negative words. Positive words are the words which give us positivity. we feel good about it. And negative words are those words through which we feel bad about. So here the first word is great. When we hear the word great, we feel very good. We feel positive. Therefore, great is a positive word. The second word is beautiful. Beautiful. When someone says beautiful, we feel good. Therefore, beautiful is also a positive word. Arrogant. Arrogant means someone who is showing attitude or a bad behavior. So when someone does that to us, it shows some negativity. Therefore, it is a negative word. Impatient. Impatient means showing no patience, not waiting for anything. So, this word is also a negative word. Quiet. Quiet means keeping calm, peace. Peace gives us positivity. Therefore, quiet is also a positive word. Worthless. Worthless means it doesn't have any price. It is worthless. So, when something doesn't have a price, we don't like it. So, therefore, it is also a negative word. So, there are few more words. You have to list down those words in the column of positive and negative. Question number 2. Answer the following questions. The first question is, why did the fabric become worthless? Answer. The fabric became worthless because it was reduced to rags and no one was able to wear it. Question number 2. How are threads made from cotton? After removing cotton from farm, it gets carded and then spun into long uniform threads. Question number 3. How would have Thiruvalluvar and his wife's work been rewarded? Thiruvalluvar and his wife's work would have been rewarded when someone would like the fabric and would be happy to wear it. The fourth question is, what was the decision of the rich young man after listening to the words of Thiruvalluvar? After listening to the words of Thiruvalluvar, the rich young man decided to give up his idleness and bad habits. Question number 3. Write the antonyms for the following words. Antonyms are the words which are opposite. So here I have given you one example. Opposite of the word, antonym of the word politely is rudely. The second word is calmly. Third word, softly. And the fourth one is carefully. Question number 4. Use the following phrases in your own words. Roam around. Here, this phrase needs to be used in a sentence. So, I have given you an example. Children roam around here and there when the exams get over. You have to write down sentences for the below phrases again and again. Bring it back there and then. So now we will do some grammar part. Here you can see noun, pronoun, verb and adjective. What is a noun? Noun is a name of a person, place, animal or thing. The examples of noun are lady, Road, tree, pencil, Bob, all these are nouns. What is a pronoun? Pronoun is something that takes the place of a noun. The examples are he, she, it, we, you. So instead of lady, we can put she. Instead of a noun, we can put a pronoun. What is a verb? Verb expresses an action. Example you can see here: ran, flew, was, is, and jump. Whatever we do is a verb. Our actions are a verb. What is an adjective? Adjective describes a noun. It tells about the noun. How is it? So here you can see new, shiny, fat, funny, black. So here you can see in noun the example is pencil. So we can say black pencil. So black is describing pencil. We will continue with our other four parts of speech: adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. The function of adverb is to describe or modify a verb. That means an adverb describes a verb. For example, quickly, precisely, fast. It mostly ends with ly. Preposition. Preposition shows position of a thing. For example, over, around, in, on, during, above, and beside. Conjunction. Conjunction connect words, phrases, and clauses with and, but, or, nor, however. Interjection. Interjection expresses surprise or other emotions, such as ouch, awe, and hooray.